You're good. How you been?
Good. How you been?
Chilling, same old, same old. You know, I think you'll see me around the boys a little bit more. I was talking to Kay, I think about a week ago before my health tanked. That I think I'll try to chill around the boys a bit more, get to know the folks that I haven't gotten to know in a long time.
Okay, that's good. That's
But
good.
how's things with the Mets stuff going with you?
It's good. Just building a whole operation, and turn this shit off.
This is unmuting it.
Yeah, building a whole operation. I like what's going on.
Yeah. You think of destroying?
No, not right now.
Okay. Down the road?
I kind of haven't really thought that far. I'm just kind of like
Taking it step by step.
yeah, step by step, and making sure I have a solid team that goes around hands. Because right now I've kind of got like Mateo, Curtis, and possibly Nova, and then a few outsiders.
Yeah.
But arm's length type shit.
Nah, I feel you. Keeping family close and others at arm's length. I feel that.
Yeah. So Vinny was telling me like I guess part of you guys' conversation and stuff. I also got like a crazy text from Ace. And I just it's just kind of like I don't want to use the word weird, but I guess you guys having some internal drama going on.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, like I said, I'll give you the Cold Snow version. He pretty much told me, fuck you. I said, fuck you back. That's it. That's the biggest Cold Snow version I can give you. Honestly, Zolo, when someone tells me with absolute vindication, when they tell me fuck you in all different types of ways, I get the message the first time. I don't forget that. And he said he doesn't trust any of us. This, that, the third. So
What's been going on with you guys? I feel like it's just like a lot of internal drama, and it's just like crumbling. Is it like something you guys can get past, or?
No, I don't think it's repairable, if I'm being honest. It was fine, and then it wasn't out of nowhere. And it hit me out of nowhere. I think it hit everyone out of nowhere. But like I said, when someone comes to me and says, fuck you, I don't trust you, I don't trust the people you're around, all of that, that's it. Right? Like, why would I change someone's mind at that point?
No, 100%, 100%. He just kind of like basically was saying that like, well, Zoe, whatever you hear from Arya is not true. Pretty much, she never liked you. She never trusted you. Blah,
it's
blah,
not that
blah.
I never liked you, Zoe. I was nervous because, listen, you've gotten raided a lot of times. Can we be transparent about that? It made me nervous that...
I've gotten raided, but nothing's ever been found.
Yeah, you haven't been fucked over, so that's the good
That's from the cartel shit, That was out of our hands, to be fair. If you know what I mean.
No, trust me, I completely get that. You and the two, if I feel I got fucked a little too much on that.
Yeah, but like I said, like I'm not into like the drama or whatever. Like I've done nothing but shown y'all love and stuff like that. And I think for you, I've always thought highly of you.
We've always been good, I feel.
So, I think maybe you holding on to some old shit that you should just turn a new leaf and like just that's kind of like what I approached you on before.
Yeah.
But sometimes I know that stuff's hard to what do I say, let go in a sense, but really and truly a lot of the shit is just people putting shit in people's ears,
Yep.
And I think
I'll be honest, so I think that's what a lot of it was, right? I'll be honest, back when we were in the street team days, I think a lot of us felt, I don't want to say betrayed is the word, but I will personally use the word betrayed in the sense that I think we were going to merge, you guys and us, right?
And I think that's what people and obviously you wasn't involved in all the conversations, but like when I told I'm not gonna mention names because a few people, 100%. I just told people, listen, man, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I like this vibe, but also I'm a leader. I know I had that conversation with you, so I was still iffy on what I wanted to do. I was very transparent about it, but I think once I started to do my stuff, other people took it the wrong way, and then I guess it, like, you know,
It
put
became
that
a
on.
game of telephone.
Yeah, it became a
That's what it
telephone.
affected.
But I was
Yeah.
always, you know, it's kind of like me saying, hey, yo, join my team. And then you're like, well, I want to do my own thing. I'm going to say, yo, you know what? Yo, I respect that. Yo, if you need anything, I'm going to help you. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
commend you. But I think it more came off of like, oh, I was saying I was going to join, but then I was sneaking around, which wasn't true. I was very
And that's
transparent.
what I was told. That's
Yeah.
what I was told, right? I was told where it seemed like you were interested, and next thing you know, you're not talking to nobody, and you started your own thing all of a sudden.
Yeah, see? That's
That's why we're having this conversation, right? Because you're right. This is about turning a new leaf, and let's talk it out.
yeah, and I think, and I like I said, for someone like you and like who you are, as from what I know, like you're very solid and you're very down, and I think also that can bite people in the ass sometimes, but if they mess with the wrong people. But that's why I said I think it's just like, yo, turn the new leaf, fuck all that old shit, that drama shit, or that, you know, I guess that darkness, you know, and you know, like I think just let a lot of shit go, because I feel like me and you working together would be like
I think it would
phenomenon.
be a powerhouse.
That's what I'm saying.
And I know you, I was talking to Kay and Vinny, I think, a week ago, and they said you're really into the meth stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, Zoe, we've lost bodies now because of whatever's going on. And the one thing I told Kay is, listen, you guys have that one lab, but Zoe, since we have the other lab, whenever you need bodies for your cooks with the other stuff, I'll help you. Like, you, obviously you're leading those cooks, I'll help you. And then when I'm around for my hours, we can cook in the other lab too. And if I'm not around, talk to Vinny, and then you can cook in the other lab too. You know what I mean? When I'm not around.
Yeah. And I appreciate that you extending what's that shit called? Olive leech, olive branch. You know what I'm talking.
Olive branch, yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I fuck with you. I fuck with Bobby, Paris. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Pigeon's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I don't want that like that underlining division between us. Like it should just be all love. We family. Like, you know, I protect
think,
yours,
like
you
I
protect
said-
mine, type shit. You know?
Yeah. I think, like I said, a lot of my hesitations came from initially that, when initially the street team justice thing happened, and I was told, right, like, damn, he didn't tell us shit and he just went and started his own thing, which
Yeah.
that hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure,
But
for sure.
I think that kind of was the foundation,
And then it
and
just
then
built
I
up.
think it just kind of builds up. Again, game of telephone, right? I think I regret not having this conversation with you sooner. I can tell you right now, listen, like I said, I'm not here. You can ask Pigeon too if you want his input on it. I don't want to get deep into the drama. Like I said, I've cut all ties with
To be
Ace,
fair, that's
Leon,
a solid
Billy, all
point.
of them.
What's a
I know
solid
who my
point?
people are. I know who I trust
What I
now.
was talking about.
But it's one of those things where, even with the lab before, I think everyone saw me as kind of the quote-unquote leader of the key, but it was always a democracy, right? It was always a democracy in the sense that any decision I made with the key, I was always going to get my people's input. That's just how I am. So
Yeah.
unless people, like I said, no one can come to a decision, and then obviously I'm going to make that hard decision, right? But the decision that we came internally was, again, like I said, I don't know what he's told you, but Ace himself didn't trust you either. And he said, like, listen, he's sloppy, this and that. And listen, I'm gonna respect the opinion of my people. That's just how I am. I'm loyal to a fault, so.
As you should.
Like, if my people tell me something, there should be no reason I'm surrounding myself with people where I wouldn't trust their opinion. And that's what it was, right? That's what it was. But
Oh,
after
shit,
this
that thing.
fallout, I'm just reassessing everything, reassessing all the opinions I've gotten. And after talking to Kay, Vinny, all these people, they say that you're really into the meth stuff. And honestly, Zoe, I think we can get a lot accomplished both in supplying CG, but if you do plan to do distro one day, I think we can accomplish that too together.
And you know what I say in life, you know, people talk, people have their stories, people have their sides, broken telephone, divide conquer type shit, you know. Sometimes some a little of it could be animosity, hate, but I always look at a person through their actions, you know what I'm saying? And that's, to me, you know what I mean? And that's how I prove myself, through my actions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you
Listen,
know,
I can tell you, Zoe, you've never done me wrong. Personally, you've never done me, Arya Shah, wrong, right?
yeah.
That's my perspective. Listen, unless you got something to
Yeah,
say right
and-
now, Zoe, but I don't think you have, so.
No, and I think a lot, like I said, you're going off of what a lot of people saying, which at that point in time you're in a crew and they're gonna tell you something, you flying in, you don't know what's going on, you're gonna be like, all right, that makes sense, you know. And I understand that, and a lot of people are gonna say. I think it was just more of like a control aspect, you know. And I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm always gonna be direct about it. But like I said, in the long run, I don't think short term. I think long term, you know. So look how shit played out now, right? So it's me and you
Yeah.
sitting here having this conversation. So that just shows you how the long run played out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And listen,
now we gonna work together.
yeah, like I said, I think the work. I know the work ethic you have, Zoe. Listen, we've talked about it back in the day. We've seen it with each other back in the day. I genuinely think we can do something big together.
I've been saying this all along. I think this is more than great. And yeah, we just we'll make this shit happen and have a big operation.
Honestly, this sounds. I'm looking forward to it, Zoe.
Yeah, I am too. And like, to be honest with you, I'll tell you this straight. I've always wanted to work with you. You know, I've always admired your behavior, your dominance, your ambition, and so this is a no brainer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate you, Joe. I think hearing that, Zoe, I appreciate that.
I appreciate.
And then, like I said, I got it's been a rough couple of months. I got trust issues and everything after
Yeah,
everything I've gotten through.
you've been through a lot. I give you that. You've been
I've
through a lot.
And like I said, I got trust issues, and I think, like I said, I'm loyal to a fault. But I think I know who my people are, and like I said, you are like Little Soul's always been family to me. You are part of that family, so I trust you.
Yeah, and don't take your L's as losses. Take them as lessons. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Not wrong.
The more lessons you get, the more powerful you become.
Not wrong, brother. Honestly, it's a slow step, though. You know what I mean?
Slow step. Take your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Work into
Like I
it.
said, this is the first conversation of many that I'm trying to fix shit.
Yeah. Just and like I think within this, well, I know within this you're gonna become like a powerhouse within you. You know, you don't and you don't ever feel like you're by yourself. You know, if you want to talk, I'm here. You know, like the crew's here too. Like everybody looks at you like family. So if you ever feel need to talk, or you just feel like I don't know, anything here, and we'll just build. We'll have more meetings. We'll talk about, like you said, distro shit. We'll hit this shit dead on. I know a lot of shit's happening right now. Pigeon was telling me people are listening to radios and shit. So we gotta
Wait,
come
what
up
do you mean
with
people
some.
listening to radios? What do you mean people listening to radios?
So people are listening to radios, like using radio scanners and finding labs. So we gotta start talking in like slang,
Oh, keywords.
yeah, and shit, and like not even I'm here now type shit. Like we gotta figure it out.
Yeah. Fun fact, so we used to say we were going to go fishing, we were going to go cooking, but obviously Ace, Leon all know that, so we can't use that. But I think using some sort of key term like that, where
We use the
obviously
wound.
boys would never do that. Like we could go chopping. If we say we're going chopping, the boys are never going chopping. You know what I mean?
We use the wound, like the wound, like
The wound?
the wound, like a pregnant lady. We don't say we're going. We're just like, yo, what's up? How's the wound? And then we like, all right, let's pull up.
Okay.
Do you feel like there's gonna be any retaliation from Ace, or like what do I
think
do
there
when
will
I
be.
see Ace? Because like I just got that text. Like,
Honestly, my advice to you, like I said, you can get a second opinion in Pigeon, because Pigeon is the one that helped me get the key back. But I think he himself saw a lot of flaws in the stories that he was being told.
yeah.
So you can ask me for his opinion, but I do not trust them at all.
All right.
What you do with them is up to you, Zoe, but I would highly suggest you keep it at arm's length.
Yeah, I'm about my family. CG. That's all. That's what keeps me focused. So whatever CG's rocking with, I'm rocking with, and that's
Yep.
it. So if it's it is what it is. You said it. The he say she say doesn't matter, to be fair.
Yeah. That's why I suspect this is all going to turn into, if it already hasn't, but like I said, Pigeon, I think, has seen both sides of anything, and I think he has his own opinion. So if you ever want to pick his brain, but I know where my mind is at, and I know where, like I said, Rosa, Paris, all those guys, I think I know where they stand too.
All right.
Like I said, for me, I'm like you, right? I back my family. They were once family to me, but I guess things
Yeah,
change.
you just playing defense. To be fair, what you're
Yeah.
saying. All right.
End of the day, like I said, right now I'm just moving forward. Will there be retaliation? I expect it only because how I know how Ace used to be.
Yeah.
So I expect it, which is why I think with our lab, I think we should be careful, but I think we'll be smart about it. We'll be careful about it.
Yeah.
I told Flippy last time because they have access to it as well. I said like figure out a spot because they're so used to doing this shit. They've been in the meth game for a hot fucking minute. So I need to link up with him. He said he will move it for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But ideally it's gonna be so it's gonna be Hydra usually during AU, and then like I said, my usual hours on weekdays is after 7 p.m. Eastern, but weekends I'm usually around a bit earlier.
All right.
So if I'm not around and you got enough bodies, obviously, like I said, I think I don't know how the BBMC one is. I don't know how hot that is. Apparently, it seems like it's in a safe location, is what Pigeon told me. What was it? I think Yellow Jack. So that sounds safe. I think you're fine. But I don't know where this new one is. I gotta talk to Flippy, but I would be very much on your toes because I would expect retaliation, right?
Interesting.
If it does come down to that, I mean, listen, I've always said it day one when it comes to meth labs.
I do feel bad for
the
Ace
key
though.
thing is people will probably try and ocean dump you after they rob you, so you never know where you got hit from. So if you got 6 people, you got 5 people, make sure one person gets out.
Yeah, well, that's what we've Flippy always says. Like, make sure that
always
lookout
keep.
dips. Like, that's it.
Yep. You just need one person to survive to tell the story, right? So I would expect retaliation with the lab we have. Like I said, I need to talk to Flippy where it's relocated, but honestly, once that's functional, Zoe, and I'm around, like I said, we can cook. I'm 90% right now. I've been 90% for a hot minute. It's just been a headache trying to get access to the key to
You should have heard what he said. See, I don't know. Zolo,
yeah,
no.
I can help you with your formula too. I think I know how to do it, I think, unless it scuffs out, but I think I know how to do it.
Well, it's a scuff with it right now, right? Because, like, when I was talking to Susie, like, like how it was before would be at 0, but it goes 75 no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have to, like, just keep fucking with it until I hit over 75, because it even if I, like, say I got 50%, it will just tell me 75. Am I making sense?
Yeah, your minimum will always be 75, which sucks, right? Because you're not getting any negative feedback.
Yeah. And it doesn't say good cook
your
or bad.
cooks anywhere?
Yeah, I'm tracking my cooks. Like, I have a good formula that I have that
Yeah.
but I think I just gotta fuck with it until I like everything I've been tracking. So I'm just gonna fuck with it until once I hit 76, I should be, and then it hits 90, right? And then it does the same shit again.
Yep. So once you can go from 75 to 90, and once you hit 90 and you're level 5, then you can go from 90 to 100.
And then you're at five knobs.
Then you have 5 sliders.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So I have not figured out my formula. I just hit 90, and I've only done 2 or 3 cooks since I hit 90.
Yeah.
And
you're at level 5, correct?
I'm maxed out.
Yeah.
So
we gotta figure that out. Yeah.
Bodies to cook that shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because now you're at that 10%, so it's gonna take some time.
Yep. And let me tell you, it took me a while to figure out a strategy from 75 to 90, but once I got to 70, I think I went 75 to 77.
Then boom.
It was 10 cooks after that to go from 75 to 90. Like, once I figured it out, I figured that shit out, right? So it's gonna be painful right now, Zoe, but I'm telling you right now, once you get that 1% goal,
that's it. That's all I need. That's all I need.
And listen, like I said, you can ask, you can ask my guys too. If you need me to look at your numbers, I will, right? Like, let me know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that for sure.
Things like that. Like, I got a cookbook, so I can look at people's numbers whenever and just give suggestions, things like that. But my biggest advice, just move only one slider at a time.
Yeah, 100%.
That way you can kind of see feedback, right? And make sure, like I said, after you're done your cook, listen to your mind. Was it a good cook? Was it a bad cook? That shit's important.
My mind's not telling me no more. That's why it's scuffed.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what you mean?
That's what Susie was telling me. Like, it doesn't, because the tables, doesn't say that in the lab no more. It doesn't say good cook.
Oh, yeah. So you might be.
Yeah. It's the like. You gotta have a talk to the government about it, because it's what.
Yeah, it's happened to people before. I've heard this.
Yeah.
Talk to
we'll figure it out
about that. Maybe they can connect you to someone, but I think yeah, I don't have a scuff. I think for me it's just painful.
So does
But
yours
yeah,
still
like I
say
said,
good cook or bad cook? Like when now you're in the 90s?
not yet, not because I've
Yeah.
only done 3 cooks since I hit 90, right?
Hmm.
And I do a bit more of a slower process. I think a lot of people what they do is they go for either 25, 75, 50, things like that. I go for small increments because that's what worked for me when I was working 75 to 90.
Yeah, especially at 92. That's the
Yeah.
small increments is gonna.
Like I can honestly, I can show you what I do, but and you see, you're gonna be like, holy fucking shit, because I'm very methodical about it. Like I said, it worked, right? It worked from 75 to 90, so I just got to do it now 90 to 100.
Yeah, because if we can both get strains that are 100, that would be insane.
That shit's gonna be juicy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be nice runs for the boys all the fucking time.
And then we could just figure out trying to corner this market or a certain portion of the market. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because at that point, it's just, we just need to build loyal customer bases and say, yo, listen, we'll give you these 100 pillows for subsidized costs.
Yep.
I mean, just for loyalty. That's it, right? Build your rep on your turf. We'll always give you a steady supply, especially when we have 200 streets running. That's easy.
And there's also a lot of like new little gangs that we
A
can
lot of them.
kind of just kind of in a sense, we can corner them and make them and we have the
Build those
muscle too,
relations.
if
Yep.
the kind of like, yo, you sell our shit, this is what you get, and it's a win-win. But now
Yeah.
our shit is just on the streets type.
Yep. And I don't know what Hydra's plans are. It seems like they're producing a lot. So I don't know if they're going to run all that, if they're going to distro.
Because I talked to Flippy about it too, and
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, he said it's a good idea, because if, like, say they've got like 3-4 people in there that's at 100 plus R2's at 100, that's 5. Like we should just be cornering this whole city. Like they just sell
Uh-huh.
all our strain type shit.
And like I said, so I think we talked about it last time we talked, but honestly, I want to give people without a gang app a chance to do meth runs. Do it like a quest, though, yeah?
Yeah,
Give them
like
some
we
75 runs, get them to build their trust with us, show us that we can rely on them. Obviously, it's not us that's going to them with that offer. It's going to be a different identity, but listen, they build their
yeah,
trust, we give them 100 run, right? And that's consequences. They fuck up, there's consequences.
exactly.
But we
And
build that sort of relationship with them, show them that there's opportunities out there
'cause
that maybe they don't have access to.
that they're not, because if we have most of the labs, no one's gonna have access to 100.
Yep.
Only very few people. So like you said, it's a good idea. Like get them to build that trust. We do these crazy drops. They get to make money. Because how are these gangs without apps making money? Like they're barely making money unless someone puts
Yep.
them
And
on a
oil rig
job.
is not a thing anymore, so
Exactly.
money is tough. And I think with 100 pillows, though, if we can supply these smaller guys something, that's big.
It's a lot of money.
Yep.
And like you said, quests are really good. And well, by the way, I go by the name of Walter Black.
I like it. I like it.
So yeah, we could do some cool shit. Yeah, that's what I say. We just yeah. I think we should do that. We should plan on those kind of things. Cuz I
Yeah.
really want to take this, like, I really feel like the drug game is lacking in this city. It's just like, oh, drugs, but it's like that. I think if we put this presence to it, like, there might be some shit that we get exclusively, and then, it'd be cool.
Yep. And I always said this before too. I feel like meth has always been so internally run for people's own gangs.
Mm.
If we can supply to the city, which Zo, to the best of my knowledge, that's not being done.
Mm-hmm.
We do that, we're tapping into a massive fucking market.
And
I
that,
remember when we bought the key for Street Team back in the day, Fred was the guy that stole it from Lost, and he gave me a lot of input, right? He said, NG fucking loves to corner meth. They used to be his loyal customers. Fucking Southside used to love cornering meth. So there's so many people out there that just need access to it.
yeah, now we cornered the game because we have power. Now people don't want to war with us because now we're supplying them with drugs. So it gives them,
Yeah.
it kind of makes the shit really like a politics,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be work. That's all.
I think honestly the work won't be the worst part, considering I think when we have like-minded people like yourself and myself, we'll have bodies.
100%.
But the hardest part about meth, you're probably realizing with the voice, right? The hardest part about meth is the bodies for labs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, if I'm around when you're leading cooks, so just give me a call.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
say, yo, come to the cubby, doing the thing. Sure, bet I'll come. If I'm doing my cooks, same thing, right? Just
Bing,
we just
bang,
gotta
bing,
make
yeah.
sure we got enough bodies. So, like the main thing I've always said about labs is, yeah, we have access to a lot, but being sloppy is never an excuse, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. Especially
Once you lose a
now.
lab, that shit's hard to get back.
Yeah, especially when these motherfuckers gonna be all black, dumping
Blacked out,
you type
ocean
shit. Yeah.
dumped. Yep. So it's more preventative than rather than trying to follow up on it and then trying to make it right after.
Yeah. Gotta be tight. All
I
right.
bet. I'm not gonna lie, though. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate the conversation, and you know, a lot can
Listen,
come in a
long overdue,
conversation, you know.
like I said. And listen, I apologize, right? Like, listen, this is me from the heart. I apologize, yeah? Like, I apologize for, I think, never speaking to you and just relying on other opinions, I guess. And that's a life lesson learned for myself, so.
You did what you were supposed to do. Ain't no harm in it. You know, it's at the end of the day,
Think of it this way, Zo. Pigeon came to you and said, yo, Mr. Jacob Smith, don't trust him. He's a snake.
Exactly.
Are you gonna believe him or no?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said you did what you had to. You did what was right at that time, and like I said, actions speak louder than words. You know, so
Yeah.
this is our time now. You know what I'm saying? So now we turn this shit up.
You leave, baby.
Leave. All right. Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Up too, yeah? No, listen, always. Like I said, I apologize for not doing this sooner, but
You good.
better late than never, right?
Yeah, 100%.